If you have your eye on the top line and the bottom line, then the family's in for a rude awakening, because I'm not sure you can afford to take the vacation you wanted this summer. Inflation is expected to stay roughly 2.3 to 2.5%, but the cost of goods sold are impacting your supply chain to the point that break even is 10% higher than it was a year ago. You better hope your competitors are going on vacation. But what we're going to talk about in the next 5 to 10 minutes is what you need to be doing this summer to make sure you whoop their ass when vacation's over. I'm Rich Laster with Blown on Business, the podcast that's strictly about what you need to do to grow. Because before you can ever scale your business, you got to grow. You need scalable, repeatable, remarkable results, right? You need to know that sales and marketing are getting along. You need to know a lot of things. But in an economy like this, you know what you need to know. You need to know that top line revenue is going to be predictable enough to verify that you're going to be profitable despite the cost of doing business going up and up and up. It's like a freaking escalator here. You may not have the summer you wanted. Bye-bye, Monaco. Right? But you can sneak away a few weekends. Family will be fine. The kids, they don't pay bills. Why are you worried about what they think? I'm worried about what you think. I'm worried about what you think about where your business is going. Where's your business going? Okay, that was a long enough pause. You had to have thought about it. Every market is more competitive than ever. And now that Gen Z has entered the workforce, they've entered the business arena, and they've got this whole social media marketing thing down to a science. You're competing against people that don't exactly do what you do, but they sound like it, right? A noisy market and bad inflation and God knows what's going on geopolitically. You have to do one thing. And you have to do this well. And right now, we're going to talk about it. And please jump in the comments because I want to hear what you have to say. You have to drive scalable revenue growth. Revenue growth is listen, if you don't have a strategy in place, then we need to talk urgently. Whether you need a full turnaround underperformance strategy, or if you need a quick $2,000 roadmap just to get your ass in gear. We need to talk because gambling, rolling dice, what is this? An alley behind grandma's house? No. The future of your business is more important than ever because the future of America depends on it. I'm not talking to the people who are trying to figure out a hustle so they can buy a cheesesteak tomorrow. I'm talking about the people with vision big enough and bad enough and deep enough and broad enough to realize that they can take over Omarosa Rolls and control the cheesesteak industry, right? I'm talking to you. You do something that no one else does the way you do it. Your unique sales proposition is guaranteed. What you have to do this summer, while everybody else is just, I try to minimize the expletives, but they're screwing around. They're having fun. Like everything is fine. Well, guess what? Maybe everything is fine, right? Maybe they're not trying to be profitable. Maybe they just run a business to say they run a business, right? Maybe breaking even is good enough for them. Maybe mediocre is the goal. They want to be able to go to the chamber events because that's where all the hot people are, and they're cheating on their spouse anyway, right? Yeah, that's not you. You don't have time for any of that. So what's the one thing you need to do? The one thing you need to do is know exactly how you have had the success you've had. That's one. So how do we accomplish that? We look at past relationships, past clients, current clients. We interview. We say, hey, client, hey, past client, former client, why are we in your life? What do you love about us? What made you pick up the phone, send that email, knock on the door? Why are we here? And they're going to tell you. Now, if you're humble enough, and I surely hope you are, because egos don't make millionaires. Badass work ethics do. So if you're humble enough, I want you to also ask, what can I do better? And listen to the answer. And go back to the drawing board and do the work. What's the worst thing in the world? Having data in your hand and waiting for it to magically turn into millions of dollars like Walt Disney World is a real place. No, it's a vacation spot, also called bankruptcy. For those of you who just spoil your children, we've all been there. I'm not snitching on myself or you. Okay, I want you to really understand like you were starting the business all over. What do your past clients love about you? What can you do more of? What should your marketing be screaming to the world? What should sales be focused on? With every email, with every phone call, with every 30-second or 60-second pitch at every networking event. What's the one thing? Read that book. It's great. What's the one thing you need to do a hell of a lot more of? Because second quarter is nearly over. Second quarter ends during summertime. Third quarter starts during summertime. There are weeks that just won't exist for you. Do the most. Make the most of that time. Right? This is the time to do what? Sit on your ass. No. This is the time to go on vacation with the family. You can't afford it. Right? If you're breaking even in business in an economy like this, you look like a total freaking stonad going on vacation. What's wrong with you? Don't do that to yourself. What you're going to do is you're going to get clear on what you do great and how the hell you can do a lot more of it. Because every sucker taking a vacation right now that isn't profitable. If you're profitable, go have fun. I'll see you at the beach. If you're not profitable, man, look, everything I just said, auditing your current clients, auditing your past clients that were happy, right? Drilling in on that one thing you do great and realizing that your value proposition is in there. All the gold, all the yummy goodness, all of grandmom's homemade chocolate chip cookies that you love so freaking much. They're all in there. They exist. They live in the space that people love your products or services, know you for your products or services, right? And there's another gem while you got these people on the phone. What can we do better? I'm Rich Laster with growexpand.com. Blunt-owned business exists so we can have these tough conversations. So I can tell you straight up that if you're not profitable, if you're breaking even, right? If inflation is 2.5%, are you 12.5% profitable? Okay, then cut vacation in half. You can't afford it, babe. Okay? We need to talk. We need to talk urgently. Look, I love every business I come in contact with. If you don't know, we're doing a free go-to-market lab. Visit growexpand.com/lab. For that information, we want to help founders who can't afford the help that they need to get on track. Now, enough of this blah. I'm getting into the blahs. A word from our sponsor.
A bit about our company. We produce strategies and deploy experts to grow your business revenue. The success of our clients is a direct result of the 25+ years of sales and marketing experience of our founder, Rich Laster. We take the guesswork out of increasing your revenue. Our reputation is built on results, not another roll of the dice with your marketing budget. Visit growexpand.com to learn how.